Your kid just caught you scrolling under the dinner table, and they said nothing. That silent observation is quietly wiring their brain to believe screens are more important than the people right in front of them. The standard advice tells you to just hide your phone or set strict time limits, but that actually makes the behavior worse. By the end of this, you will know exactly how to shift your digital habits in a way that feels completely natural and instantly calms the daily screen battles. Let us talk about that moment at the dinner table, because it is not just about the device in your hand. It is about the invisible message you are sending. Picture a typical Tuesday evening. You are trying to cook, answer a quick email from the school, and listen to your 7-year-old talk about their day. You glance at the screen to reply with a quick thumbs-up emoji, and suddenly, the conversation stops. They walk away. You did not mean to tune out, but to them, the glowing rectangle just won. Most parents never notice this subtle shift. We think we can multitask. We tell ourselves we are just checking the weather or confirming plans for the weekend. But there was one real problem. Kids do not just listen to what we say. They absorb what we do. When we preach about putting devices away while we secretly check notifications, they learn that rules are just for kids. They learn that being physically present is not the same as being mentally present. But that is only part of the story. What happens when we actually try to change our own habits is where it gets really interesting. Imagine this. You decide to leave your phone in a kitchen drawer when you get home from work. The first day is agonizing. You feel phantom vibrations in your pocket. You keep walking to the kitchen just to check if the screen is black. But by day 3, something magical happens. Your 10-year-old actually comes and sits next to you on the couch. No screens. Just talking. Think about what would happen if we applied this level of intentionality to every transition in the day. The car ride to school. The walk to the grocery store. The 5 minutes waiting in the pickup line. We fill these micro moments with scrolling because it feels productive. It feels like we are staying on top of things. But it is actually robbing us of connection. It is teaching our children that every single second of downtime must be filled with digital input. If you want calmer, more confident parenting in a screen-filled world, sticking around is probably the simplest way to stay one step ahead of what your kids are facing. Now, I know what you are thinking. You have to work. You have to stay connected for your job, for your family, for the logistics of running a household. And you do. We are not trying to throw our phones in the ocean or pretend we live in the 1800s. We are just trying to reclaim our presence. The goal is not to eliminate technology. The goal is to make sure technology serves your family, rather than your family serving the technology. So how do we actually do this without feeling like we are constantly policing ourselves? The first step is a strategy one call narrating your tech. This is an absolute game changer for families. Instead of silently scrolling and letting your kids wonder what is so important that it requires your immediate attention, you say out loud what you are doing. You say, I am checking the weather for tomorrow's soccer game. Or, I am sending a quick text to grandma to say happy birthday. Or, I am paying the electricity bill so the lights stay on. This simple act of narration turns a mysterious, addictive habit into a visible, purposeful tool. It shows your children that the phone is an instrument for getting things done, not a slot machine for endless entertainment. And here is the best part. When you start narrating your tech use, your kids will start calling you out when you forget. They will say, Mom, you are just looking at pictures now, not checking the weather. It turns a power struggle into a playful moment of accountability. But here is where most parents trip up. They do this for a week, then they get tired, and they slip back into the silent scroll. This is completely normal. We are fighting against billion-dollar algorithms designed to keep our eyes glued to the screen. It is not a moral failing. It is just human biology meeting modern engineering. When you understand that, the guilt starts to fade. And when the guilt fades, you can actually start making practical changes. One of those changes is rethinking your tech-free zones. Do not just ban phones from the bedroom and expect everyone to happily comply. Explain the biology. Tell your kids and remind yourself that our brains need quiet time to rest, just like our muscles need rest after running. When we stare at a screen right before bed, the blue light tricks our brain into thinking it is noon. We are literally stealing our own sleep. When you frame it as biology rather than punishment, it becomes a family health goal rather than a set of arbitrary rules. If you are struggling to break your own scrolling habits and want a step-by-step framework to make it stick without feeling deprived, I put together a free sample chapter of my Parenting in the Digital Age Guide. It breaks down exactly how to reset your family's digital baseline and build habits that actually last. You can grab that free chapter linked right below in the description. Let us talk about the guilt for a moment, because that is the elephant in the room. We feel terrible when we catch ourselves doom scrolling in front of our kids. We feel like hypocrites. We look at our screen time reports and feel a pit in our stomachs. But beating ourselves up does not help our kids. In fact, hiding our mistakes teaches them that perfection is the goal. And when perfection is the goal, kids either give up or they start hiding their own mistakes. What if, instead, we modeled how to course correct? Picture this. You realize you have been on your phone for 20 minutes while your kid is building a massive Lego tower. You feel a pang of guilt. Instead of just quietly putting it away and pretending nothing happened, you say, "Wow, I got totally sucked into that screen. I am going to put it away now because building with you is way more important." Do you see the power in that? You just taught them self-regulation. You taught them that making a mistake is okay, as long as you notice it and fix it. That is the ultimate life lesson. We are not raising children who will never make mistakes. We are raising children who know how to recover from them. What happened next in my own family surprised even me. When I started owning my screen mistakes out loud, my kids stopped hiding their own. They started saying things like, "Mom, I have been on TikTok for an hour and my brain feels fuzzy. I need to go outside." That is the gold standard. That is what we are aiming for. Internal awareness, not external policing. We want them to develop an internal compass for their digital well-being, because we will not always be there to tap them on the shoulder and tell them to put the iPad away. Now here is where it gets interesting. We often think the solution is to just put the screens away. But sometimes, the best way to model healthy tech use is to use it together. This is called joint media engagement. Instead of everyone staring at their own separate devices in silence, you watch a documentary together and pause it to talk about what you are seeing. You play a cooperative video game where you have to work as a team to solve puzzles. You look at maps together to plan a weekend hike. When you use tech together, you are showing your children that technology can be a bridge to connection, not just a wall that divides us. You are showing them how to be critical thinkers in a digital space. You are asking questions out loud. You are saying, "I wonder if that article is actually true. Let us check another source." You are modeling digital literacy in the most natural, organic way possible. But we also have to make sure we are providing alternatives. We cannot just take away the screens and leave a void. We need to replace that screen time with something tangible. Gardening, baking, fixing a bike, painting, building a fort. Let them see your hands busy with something other than a glass rectangle. When they see you deeply engaged in a physical, analog hobby, it gives them permission to do the same. Some parents push back and say, but they are digital natives. They need to learn how to use tech for their future. Yes, they absolutely do. But they need to learn how to use it as a tool, not as a pacifier. When we use tech to avoid boredom, we teach our kids to avoid boredom too. And boredom is where creativity lives. Boredom is where kids figure out who they are and what they actually enjoy doing when no one is telling them what to consume. Think about what would happen if we let our kids see us bored. See us staring out the window while drinking our coffee. See us reading a physical book for an hour without checking a single notification. See us sitting on the porch just watching the birds. We are showing them that it is safe to disconnect. We are showing them that they do not need to be constantly stimulated to be okay. And please, give yourself grace in this process. You are not going to get it right every single day. There will be days when you are exhausted, and you hand your kid a tablet so you can cook dinner in peace. There will be days when you scroll through social media in bed because you are too tired to read a book. That does not make you a bad parent. That makes you a human parent living in a highly connected world. The goal is not perfection. The goal is progress. It is about noticing the patterns and making small, intentional shifts. It is about deciding that your relationship with your child is more important than your relationship with your device. What is the one screen time rule that actually works in your home, or the one you are trying to implement right now? Let me know in the comments. I genuinely love reading your stories and seeing what is working for other families. At the end of the day, Our children are watching us. They are not watching us to catch us failing. They are watching us to see how it is done. They are looking for the blueprint of what a healthy, balanced life looks like. Let us show them how to live a life where the people in the room matter more than the people on the screen. Let us show them that they are worth our undivided attention. Because when the screens go dark and the notifications stop buzzing, the only thing that will be left is the connection we built. And that is a legacy worth scrolling for. The best digital well-being plan is not an app, and it is not a screen time tracker. It is you.